Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 2 of the number one rule fantasy podcast. You're here with Tom and Jacko. First week on the pod this week, so it's good to be here.
Good to have you.
Yeah, good to be here, getting the ball rolling. So today's episode, we'll go through our number one rules from last week. Have a quick chat around the week that was, and then we'll go play a little game that we've got called buy, hold, sell, on whether we'll get guys in or whether we're holding or selling them. But first of all, let's go over our number one rule for last week, Jacko. So, brushed me last week, so I couldn't be here to tell me my number one rule. And by memory, I thought it was get Haas, don't worry about it, and just put a C on him.
Yeah.
So what happened there, Jacko? Did Haas go pretty well last week?
He pulled through.
He pulled through. So, to my knowledge, he's the first $1 million man in fantasy. Is that accurate?
He definitely is.
Haasy with a price rise goes to $1 million and one there. So, look, I don't want to say I'm off to a pearler of a start, guys, but I hope you followed me last week.
Yeah.
I just thought Haas was just more value than a big value.
I kind of wish I got him now, but it's one of those ones where if you didn't get him at last week, it's pretty hard to afford him.
Oh,
you have to make some.
That's what I mean. You've got to sell
sucks.
2 guns to get him in, so that's why I was up there. But in saying that though, like I always say, everything's better in hindsight.
Yeah.
You have your chat there and you go from there. So look, everything was better to get some better players, and you still ended up with a good score. So
yeah. So last week we got I got $7.99.
Yeah.
And Tommy, you did a bit better than me.
I went a little bit better. So on the first week, I ended up with a score of 861, which I was pretty happy
solid.
with. So
I think the highest. I don't think anyone cracked the 1,000 score, but
yeah,
the highest score in the whole thing was in the 900s. So. But yeah, I didn't have Haas or Feeder, so I was pretty happy with $7.99 considering I had neither of them.
I passed
and
on
I captained
Feeder
Moses, which is pretty yuck.
Seeing for Feeder make that break was absolutely heartbreaking as a non-owner because I knew that was in him. But
yeah,
like you say, everything's better in hindsight. But yeah, that's our quick recap there. So we'll jump into the rounds.
The games, yeah.
Oh, geez, that Thursday night was sloppy. As a Stimson owner, that absolutely broke my heart.
It was hard because the game didn't bring any really good scores, especially if you had Moses as well. He didn't really get into the game until the very end.
Oh, man, Moses was on a negative score at the 33rd minute into the game, so I'd actually, in saying that has given me a lot of confidence, him being able to snag out a 43.
Yeah, he went from 0 to 40 in 30 minutes.
Exactly right. Good. So look, it's not a great thing if you want to start off the round, but I don't think it's the worst thing going into the future.
Yeah. There was other games like the Storm Manly game, I watched that as well. It was the same. It was yuck.
It was absolutely yuck. There was
especially if you had Turbo. So.
Yeah, we did say our old rule of captain Cameron Smith. That would have gone all right. He played very well. Yeah. Jerome Hughes is turning out to be a very good number 7, although I wouldn't be jumping on him that too quick. But yeah, we've had a couple of games that there wasn't any massive scores, but but in saying that, there was a couple of real good games of footy. So it's good to have the footy back for at least this shorter period of time. But we'll get into that if that goes well and all that. So.
Rightio. A little bit of a recap. Most of the other games were pretty stock standard. Saw some big scores, especially in the Broncos game, which was good. The Raiders game, Raiders-Titans, brought some big scores as well.
You want to be defending you want to be running at Bryce Cartwright and Ash Taylor
Yeah.
The revolving door. Jack Wyden was eating that alive. So whoever picked up Jack Wyden, that was an absolute curve pick, and he's got the depleted Warriors next week as well. So that was an awesome little purchase there. So whether you can fit him in this week, you can't. He ended up on 72. So look, he was a great little pickup.
72, that's actually
with a break even of 28. He could be turned into a real keeper, Jack Wyden. I won't be jumping on just yet because you've really got to stick it out.
But
so.
Anyway, I guess that's it for the team wrap up.
Yeah, team little wrap up.
There's not much else. Not much else
really, a bit disappointing. We'll get into the big changes this week coming up, I guess.
Okay, so we'll just move quickly into the buy, hold, sell, I guess a rapid shootout. So if you hit me with them, Tom, I'll give you what I reckon.
No drama. So buy, hold, sell. So basically, we'll name a player, and then Jack will say whether the break even their scores from last week, and whether you get them in, whether you just want to wait a week, or whether you just want to abandon ship and sell.
Yeah.
Cash out when you can. So we'll go with the first one, my little favourite. Payne the King Haas.
So you got 73 last week.
BE of 66.
66. If you can afford him, shit, yeah.
I
mean, I wouldn't be trading any guns for him, but I don't know if you can maybe make a cheeky upgrade.
If you had to listen,
I'm not minding this week though.
If you had to listen to me, you would have done. But anyway, we'll move on. So that's a buy. One of your picks that I veered away from, the Tommy Turbo. So he got 17 last week, Jacko.
Yeah.
Puts his BE up to 67.
Yeah.
So
I would hold Tommy Turbo. You have Tommy Turbo not for his BE, but for him to score points. And I think if you watch the game, he just couldn't get into it. No one could get into it. So I'm holding him. He's gonna come back.
Yeah, if I had him too, I'd be holding too. So that's awesome. All right, here's much contents here. I've tried to get him out all week, but I just can't. Caleb Aikens. So he scored 14 on the weekend. Dropped his BE to 29. So what would you be doing, buying him? Because I know you're holding it. Do you have him?
I have to kind of hold him. I decided to try and get rid of Lomax instead.
Yeah.
Because of I think just Aikens might have a bit more scoring potential, but I'd probably sell.
Yeah, sell.
If you're looking for someone to sell, he's probably going to be one of the ones.
I'll be selling.
Especially with, who is it, Edwards coming back in the next week or two.
Yeah. That'd be cool. All right, next guy we've got on the list is Braden Williami, the other Dragon centre. Didn't have a great showing. Got a score of 16 and a B. He's got a B of 17. So, what are your thoughts on him?
I don't have him, so it's hard to say. But I probably wouldn't buy. Maybe sell. I mean, it's coming from you. I think he's playing again, but I don't know. What do you reckon?
I've got him. So there's more spot files to put out, so I'll be holding him.
He's got money to make.
And he's not costing me any money to have him. Really, just a base price. So
yeah.
David Fafita.
He's similar to Haas, but obviously not as reliable. He was on track for an average score until he made that run.
100%. We spoke about that.
Probably don't get excited about his score because it might not happen every week, but he's got a break even of 28, so he could be someone to jump on while he's still not gun price. Yeah. So yeah, probably buy.
Yeah, I could go for a buy. Maybe just a hold just to see how it goes next week.
Yeah.
But so next guy, the Big Red, Corey Horsburgh.
The Big Red is someone I'm trying to get in this week, and I probably will. Break even of 15. He got 59 last week. He's back in the lock position, and Bateman isn't coming back for another 7-8 weeks, so I reckon he's going to be pretty secure to make some price rises. So buy or keep.
If you can get him in. One of your bottle picks that turned out absolute gold, Callum Watkins.
Watkins definitely keep. He did really good 40. I was happy with my centres. Break even at 10, he scored 40. He's playing again this week. Definitely keep him.
Yeah. No dramas. And we'll move on. Jermaine Asako. This is a big one. Just scored 63 last week and with a B of 12. It's a big call.
The B is good. That's 12 is awesome. I don't know. I think it's an over-exaggerated score. A lot of it was, I guess, what was it? Attack, goals.
Yeah,
he probably won't get that. He definitely won't get that every week, but if you're looking for a solid fullback, I think he's kind of cemented himself in that fullback position, which is good for him.
If you can upgrade Aikens to Sarko, I'd be jumping on that.
That'd be decent.
Isaiah Yeo with a massive score, played 80 minutes at lock at Penrith, 78 BE of 11. So, what are your thoughts there? Are you buying or are you selling that one?
Definitely not selling. I wouldn't go crazy over it again. I think it's more of a one-off score from him.
Yeah.
I guess if he punches out another big score, might be someone to look at, but I kind of just hold off for the time being.
595k, we'll move on. Scotty Drinkwater. Good little performance against the Broncos in a beaten side. Scored 45 BE of 17. So, buy, hold, sell for Scotty Drinkwater. 427.
I'm not too sure about Alan Drinkwater. I guess he's still pretty cheap at 427. He's got a good break even.
So you're a bit of a go
45. Yeah. He's just, I don't know, pretty average. If you need another fullback, he's a bit cheaper than Azarko as well, so it's probably another option to buy.
Alright, two more left. Luciano Leilua,
just hold. I wouldn't go crazy over buying him. I think he got a good score. He scored a try though. But he didn't. Walters kept going left. I mean, obviously, they just wanted to go left, and they didn't want to go to Luciano and Leilua. So he didn't see that much ball, and he scored a try. But I think if he gets more ball, he's going to keep going up. But
if you started off the year with him, very happy and just hold on. Yeah,
don't go crazy.
Don't feel like you'd rather be getting a Horsburgh if you could.
Yeah.
And last but not least, probably the most contention one here, Zachy Lomax scored 43 on the weekend. Dropped a ball and was on about 17. Then made 2 try-saving tackles and bumped him up to 43. So break even of 17. Sorry, but Mary's moved him to the wings. So bit of a contention there. I'd like to get your thoughts on that one. Buy, hold, sell.
Well, I was going to sell him this week, but I'd rather sell him than Aikens just because Aikens is fullback and I know Lomax scores are rubbish on the wing.
Yeah.
So, and he's made money. I mean, it's not ideal to buy someone 1 week and sell them the next week, but
I don't see him scoring under 17 this week regardless. He'll be kicking goals and everything like that, so probably a hold for me now.
Yeah, if you want to hold him. It's no harm. So
no dramas. Well, that was the first segment of Buy, Hold, Sell.
So now I think we'll quickly go over the trades. The trades we're thinking of for this week. Originally, I didn't really want to make any trades because you want to try and keep them to the end, ideally, and it's kind of counterproductive buying people 1 week in your team and then rushing out and swapping them over straight away after one game. But I don't know. What do you reckon?
Look, I promised myself I wouldn't trade rage. Whether that actually comes through or not is, I've wound up with only like 4 trades left in the last 3 weeks, so that's where I'm not want to do. I want to be coming home strong, but there's definitely a couple guys I'd like to get in. The Horsburgh, Katoa from the Warriors, but I'm not really confident in the Warriors going forward. I'm looking at possibly trading out Aikens with the news that Dylan Edwards is in the comeback trail.
Yeah.
But it's just I'm very slim personally, just because I have only literally 1k in cap space, so it's really trying to find. I've done the maths with my things. I've got a lot of wriggle room.
Yeah.
But if there's people I'm looking to trade this week, it's definitely Caleb Aikens. I'd like to try and see if I can get something for Zane Musgrove. I was not impressed with his
Musgrove. What did he get?
Zane, he got like 17. He only got like 10 minutes.
A lot of people got Musgrove.
Yeah, he's been 20. Like it's not a urgent, but at that stage you want players in your side that'll be making money. So
what did he do? He played 26 minutes.
Yeah, 26 minutes, and got the hook. McKay got most of the minutes. So yeah, he got 2 missed tackles, which was -4, which didn't help, but didn't get the minutes simply. So I'll probably hold him if I can. There's not much I can really do. I'd like to get in Horsburgh for Aikens if I can, and maybe trade a Joe Tarpany, but whether that's too much sideways.
So you're thinking Horsburgh?
I think if you're going to get anyone in, you've got to. Horsburgh's printing money right now. Horsburgh printing money like Donald Trump is in back in the early days. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, he had a solid score, and he's not that expensive. There's not many.
And Bateman do you trust the Canberra medical staff? I remember when they said Hodson's going to be out for 8 weeks in his 2 games. So.
Yeah.
But from all reports, John Bateman's got a bit to go before he comes back. So
yeah, for sure. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, who you got any else guys you like to get in?
If I was just looking at the break evens here, but if I was going to make trades this week, I'm still deciding if I will. I was going to trade Sewer for Horsburgh.
Yep.
I don't know. Sewer, he just didn't really impress me. He played bigger minutes, but he just didn't do much.
Especially with Bennett not playing his back rows 80 minutes, it's hard to. If he played 80 minutes, I'd be all over him like a rash. But.
Yeah, I think he still played like 60 minutes or something, but it just wasn't that impressive.
No.
So I was thinking about Sewer to Horsburgh, and then Lomax to Brimson. So this kind of depends if Brimson plays this week, which he's named, but in the extended bench.
No, you're speaking to a Titans fan. I got a bit of mail. He from all reports, unless he fails his last fitness test, which he probably shouldn't, he'll be at the 1. So
yeah. And if he is, then I think they were saying he scores like not point per minute, but he scores pretty well at the back.
When he was playing 80 at the Titans for a couple of games last year,
50s and stuff,
50s, 45s and stuff. So it's not bad.
Yeah, and he's 460, so he's not that expensive.
Yeah, it's going to make you money.
If Brenton doesn't play, I'll keep Lomax and just do sort of Horsburgh, but I think if he does, I'll get him and then keep Aikens. I don't know.
Yeah,
just maybe Aikens can string together something half decent. So yeah, I mean, who else we got with good break evens this week? Emre Gula from
Raiders. If you don't have Gula, you've got to get Gula -6.
-6 break even.
You get on now or you miss the boat. So don't go swimming out to the boat in round 4 because you've missed it.
He's like on track with Horsburgh, but he's not going to be I don't think his minutes are going to be that consistent.
Yeah, no, he'll be the first one to lose minutes when Raiders start getting their boys back.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying if you don't
cheaper.
get on now, don't swim out to the boat in round 4 because you'll miss it. Like honestly, it's either now or never for him. He should be in your team.
Yeah, another guy you mentioned was Katoa from the Warriors.
Alicio Katoa. So he's been named to second row start. It is hard to get a Warriors player on the side at the moment. Yeah, I think he's a red hot guy.
Yeah. Who else we got? William Kennedy from the Sharks. he's at, I think he's at fullback again, but
Dugan named in the reserves. So
don't go rushing.
Steer and clear him unless you have him. Write him out.
Apart from that's pretty much like the very low positive break evens in negative break evens. So that's pretty much it in terms of trades.
Yeah, no, pretty much it. Don't panic. It's round one. Take a deep breath. That's always my advice.
Hey, moving into the final segment, the number one rule for this week. What do you reckon, Tommy?
Well, I'm on absolute fire. I'm absolute fire. One from one. Just listen to me. My rule for this week is just to take a deep breath on trades.
Yeah.
If you need to and you want to with your Aikens and your Lomaxes, fine. But just be aware, with this whole virus thing, we don't know how it's going to play out. So if you get in like a Horsburgh, be prepared if they suspend the season. Bateman probably going to be back when the season continues on. So just take everything of that into consideration. Take a deep breath. Don't need to burn 2 trades just for burning 2 trades is my number one rule this week. So, yeah.
No, I completely agree. I'd probably have to go the same, to be honest.
Oh, he's jumping on the bandwagon. Yeah, he's got one good word.
Unless you're in like a head-to-head where you need to beat someone this week.
If you've got a 6-pack on the line or something.
Yeah, like it's only been 1 week. Even people who've scored really bad can bounce back. So don't worry too much about losing money. Like this week, the only people that really lost me money were my guns, and they're the ones I'm keeping anyway, so it's not really losing me any money unless I sell them. Just take a deep breath, as Tommy said, and hang on to your trades.
Yeah. Other than that, thanks for tuning in for another week, and we'll be back next week. And
if
we're still going with that Corona K19 or whatever we're talking about, so happy fantasy. Save those trades. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you next week.